Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. My name is Rick. This is It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. A lot of fun of being a fan is wrapped up in childhood nostalgia. When I was a kid, there was a girl who lived directly behind my house. She lived with her grandparents. Her name was Robin. And from 1979, probably until 1984, I spent every summer morning in her grandparents' house playing the Dukes of Hazzard. We would combine all of our Matchbox cars, our Dukes of Hazzard action figures, our Chips action figures, her Barbies, and everyone would have a play date at the Barbie pool set that she owned, which I always thought was a cool toy, but as a young boy, I could never say that. But that was a pretty sweet toy of the 70s. You'd like to visit the Barbie pool set. Oh yeah! And having spent so many childhood summer mornings in her grandparents' living room, playing with toys and immersing ourselves in popular culture, it doesn't really feel like a summer vacation day for me unless I hear this. And this. And it was always after Young and the Restless ended that her grandma would run errands. And, like two annoying kids, Robin and I would tag along. And it always seemed that our adventures or our errands of the day would end up at Woolworths. And if you remember Woolworths from the late 70s, early 80s, that place was heaven. And the diner was a piece of nostalgic gold. So as her grandma would want some alone time or maybe just chit-chat with a friend over a cup of coffee, her grandma would usually buy Robin and I a magazine. Usually was a Teen Beat magazine or something with Dukes of Hazzard photos inside. But nonetheless, we were content with pure pop culture escapism. And it is that pop culture escapism that we will discuss today with the magazines your grandma probably bought and handed over to you in 1978, 79, and 80. The magazines of Kiss, grandma style. There is nothing more peaceful than these magazines of the late 1970s, early 1980s, especially these tabloid type magazines that my friend's mom refers to as scandal sheets. These are just a whole lot of fun, and in this issue of Photo Screen, Gene and Cher say I do in a secret ceremony. The good old days when they could still advertise cigarettes. And of course, the article itself does not have colored photos, but does contain a 1976 shot of Gene and details why Cher left their honeymoon bedroom in tears. And if you read the article, it was because of the secrecy around the identity of Gene and always having to maintain that secrecy, left a pampered star like Cher in tears.
Well.
And next we have the April 1978 People magazine cover, which I absolutely love the stark contrast of the cover. Here you have Cher looking elegant, and then you have the evil face of Gene Simmons. That is so cool, and that I think would gather anyone's attention while scanning the magazine rack at the grocery store or Woolworths.
Brooke Shields, you listen to your mother!
Now the article itself is more of a Cher article, not really a Gene article. The only picture of Gene is a picture from 1977 of Gene and his mom at the Madison Square Garden show. I do find this interesting, though. This article came out in April 1978, so it had to have been written pre-April 1978. And this tagline: "There's light at the end of the tunnel of love." I always wonder, did that author's tagline have any influence on the song Tunnel of Love that would end up on Gene's solo album, released September 1978? Fun to think about. And the all-time best cover is the 1980 People magazine cover debuting Eric Carr as a member of the band after Kiss signed that brand new deal, making them one of the richest rock bands ever. This People magazine cover needs to be a poster sold on kissonline.com. How fun would that be in full-length poster size, framed on your wall? That is the excess of rock and roll. And inside the article itself is basically just detailing the band as humans, I think, as they were growing tired of the makeup and trying to portray themselves more in a light where they could be seen as real musicians, not a superhero rock band. A lot of staged type hide your makeup photos. Ace hiding his face with his daughter. But overall, a great article and simply fun to have, especially for that cover. And I think what I absolutely love the most about these magazines is the fact that these are the kind of magazines your grandma would have purchased at the store while running errands and probably called your mom, saying, "Lorraine, I got a new magazine that has that Kiss band on the cover. I know Billy's gonna want to put that on his wall. I'll give it to you after I'm done reading." The fun of being a kid in the late 1970s, early 1980s. So much fun. So, if there is anyone in your life who had brought joy to your childhood summer vacation, keep them in your thoughts today. Send them some positive vibes. Take care. Be safe. Thanks for hanging out with me. Never stop having fun, and I will talk to you soon.